Brighton is a new play by the acclaimed playwright Jim Nolan, which opened at Garter Lane in Waterford. Writer and reviewer John McKenna went there last night, and he joins us now to tell us about it. Firstly, Jim Nolan is a favourite son of Waterford.
Yeah, I mean, a huge, long and very, very successful connection with Red Kettle and at Garter Lane.
He was the ex-artistic director, wasn't he? And
absolutely, that's right, he was, yeah. I mean, he's directed, I think, over 20 plays in Garter Lane for Red Kettle. His own plays, the Guernica Hotel, the Salvage Shop, Blackwater Angel, Sky Road, all have been through, so not surprising that he's a favourite son.
And having a play premiere in there is a big event for Waterford, I'm sure. And it's it's a beautiful, beautiful play. I mean, last night there was a full house, and I assume there was on Saturday night, and I hope there will be. That raises an interesting question, because I'm really hoping, I was going to say this later, but probably as good a time as any to say it now, I'm really hoping this play goes on the road. I mean, it absolutely deserves to. I just thought it was a stunningly beautiful play, and if it doesn't come to Dublin, if it doesn't tour the country, if it doesn't find a home in some theatre in Britain, then there's absolutely no justice. Well, I'm sensing that you liked it.
I absolutely loved it, yeah.
Maybe you could give us a lowdown on the characters.
Three characters. There are 6 people on stage, actually. 3 of the stage hands work as nurses in a hospital, and that leads to quick set changes. But there are 3 main characters. There's Lily, who's this Irish woman who has been working in Britain for most of her life. She's 75 years of age. According to herself, she worked in the bowels of the Inland Revenue for 44 years. She's now a resident in this nursing home in Hammersmith, the Sisters of Charity Nursing Home in Hammersmith Road in London, and she's a big Fulham Soccer Club fan. Second character is Dave, who's a nursing aide in the nursing home. He's very brash, he's very bright, he's gay, he's in a very complicated but committed relationship with an unreliable character who's known as the Maltese Falcon. And he's a huge, manic Arsenal fan, so that in itself
I see tension already building
there. And then there's Jack, who is a very well-respected actor, both on stage and on screen, who arrives at the nursing home. He's had a freak accident on an escalator. It's left him paralysed from the waist down, and I suppose more importantly, really, and this is central to the play, it's left him emotionally paralysed as well.
And so, this wouldn't be normal territory for a Jim Nolan play, do you think? I mean, it's not set in Ireland, for instance.
It's not set in Ireland, it's set in Hammersmith. Lily is an Irish woman. Dave, the nursing assistant, has an Irish father from Connemara. Beautiful line in that, because Dave talks about his being gay and coming out at 16, and that the one who was really supportive of him was his father, who was this navvy from Connemara, and he had never expected this, and his mother, who was an English woman, had never really come to terms with this. So no, it's not really that expected territory, really, and that's one of the things I really liked about it, because the storyline, it just really follows the relationship between the 3 characters over a couple of months. Lily is this really outgoing, warm, bright woman. She's in the nursing home, she's writing her autobiography. As she says herself, she's only at 1954 and she's on page 300. She's also trying desperately to get the patients together to form a choir for the Christmas Mass. She takes a walk every day down to the local tube station, because that's her kind of foray out into the life that goes on outside. Dave, on the other hand, is trying to hold onto and to cajole this Maltese Falcon into marriage. And then into the middle of this established relationship arrives Jack, who is obviously trying to come to terms with this paralysis, which he's just spent 18 months in Stoke Mandeville and hated it, and now he's here temporarily, he says, while his flat is being prepared for him. We find out that he has a partner, Alison, who's 18 years younger than him, who wants to bring him home, who wants to nurse him, but he's holding out against that because he does not want to be nursed. He has decided, in fact, that he wants to go to Switzerland for an assisted suicide. And there's one of the most beautifully gentle lines in it is a conversation between Lily and Jack about this, where Lily doesn't condemn the notion of assisted suicide. All she says to him is, Switzerland is a horrible country. That's all she says. So and I suppose kind of gentle humour running through it.
With a very simple story outline like you've given us, it's 3 possible misfits together and thing. You're therefore depending on the skill of the playwright, and you're depending on his ability to coin beautiful language, I suppose, and theatrical language.
And he does, because, to me, I suppose, I was thinking about this last night. I was driving back up from Waterford. To me, this play is really, it's like a poem on stage. There is not one word, there is not one line that's out of place. And it's a story which might have strayed into sentimentality, never does. I mean, the writing is absolutely beautiful. The acting is, it is superb, and the direction is superb.
We'll take an excerpt from this. Sure. This is an excerpt. I think we have Mark Lambert and Gillian Hanna, I think, is involved.
I gather you've been briefed on Jack's day out.
I'm sure it is long overdue.
I met Freddie, your Lothario of Ladbrokes.
How is he?
Inconsolable in your absence. Cried into his gin all evening. And I should warn you, he's planning a visit.
That's okay.
He intends to propose to you.
That's not okay. Though I should think he'll have come to his senses by now.
Far from it. I had the hair of the dog with him this morning. First thing he asked for was the name of the hospital.
No doubt you obliged.
Love's old sweet song, Lily. How could I refuse?
I don't even know his second name.
Venables.
What?
Freddie Venables. I needed his name for the list.
What list?
The Calvary House Christmas Choir list. I've recruited him.
Sacred Heart of Jesus, is he moving in?
Honorary membership. Unless, of course, you do marry him, in which case I'll ask Matron to organise a double room.
You'll do no such thing.
There we had Gillian Hanna and Mark Lambert. This play has also got a strong team behind it, I'm guessing.
Absolutely. I mean, there are some superb... The couple of moments in it. I mean, the acting is superb. Gillian Hanna absolutely blew me away. I mean, as did the
she's
other
not
two
an
actors.
actress that I know.
No, I had never seen her before. Or at least, sorry, if I had seen her, I wasn't aware that I'd seen her. I thought she has a stunningly beautiful presence on stage, as do the other two actors, but she really stole it for me. But the superb ensemble playing as well, and the direction, there are just some beautiful moments. And there's a moment where Dave tells Jack something about Lily, about her state of health, and there's a moment where Jack is about to switch channels on the TV because he's a big racing fan, and he stops, and it's a moment that the whole play might turn on. There's another beautiful moment later on where the nurses are stripping a bed. We don't know for about 30, 40, 50 seconds why they're stripping this bed, and the moment is left poignantly hanging there. But the level of acting is the level of direction by Ben Barnes is absolutely beautiful. Just
he has a track record, hasn't he? With
he does. Yes, he does. He does.
Nolan,
he does.
Like he has directed his. And
they just work so blindly as a pair, and everything worked last night. One thing that went wrong. What is it about audiences that they do not understand? Please turn off your phone. There was a moment last night, a really poignant moment, where a phone rang twice in the audience. Couldn't believe it. But that didn't spoil the play.
There is a case for cattle prods being given to theatre ushers.
Well, I think when the looks from some of the actors last night, if they'd had a cattle prod, they'd have been out into the audience with it. But don't miss this play. Please don't miss it if you have to travel to Waterford. But I really, really hope that the play travels. It must travel. It's a beautiful play.
And design-wise, it's designed by Joe Vanek?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, just the set worked wonderfully, because we're talking about a Hammersmith nursing home. We're talking about Brighton. There's a hospital in Brighton which becomes very central because there's a day trip to Brighton and something happens on that. I won't spoil it for you. But just the set is beautiful. The lighting is beautiful. It's a beautiful play. Don't miss it.
Okay, big thumbs up there from Tom again.
All
Thank you
up.
very much.